What's going on, guys? It's Dan with Flawed Offroad, and today we are throwing this Jeep right into the fire. I drove down to Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch and we are gonna beat the crap out of it.
Nice and slow.
Whoa! That's just a limited slip, right? Unhook that cable that you got tied to the tree there.
At least we'll have something to laugh at later around beer.
I'm almost embarrassed to admit that it has been 2 very long years since I've been off-roading with my Jeep, and I just got done with about 6 to 7 month rebuild of it, and it's finally time to head out to Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch, get out in the woods and have some fun. So this is the first trail of the day. We had barely made it out of the campground when our first round of disaster struck. So this first hill here doesn't look very menacing, but his drive shaft fell out and another guy busted his radiator, and we're like 5 minutes into the trail. So we're gonna figure out what they're doing and go from there. So the 2 broken Jeeps limped their way the 300 feet or so back to camp to work on repairs, and the rest of us continued down Pee Wee's Crossing. This trail is rated as difficult, but I suppose that's a matter of perspective. It's mostly just kind of following a creek bed and some rocks here and there. It's really not that hard of a trail. But it wasn't long before we got to our first little ledge obstacle.
Keep coming. There you go.
This looks like a bumper dragger if you just come straight off of it. Where did you go? Over where he's at?
I didn't like that line, but I also knew this is like...
This was the only notable obstacle that I recall on Pee Wee Crossing.
Back up just a smidge. Don't climb it, just hug it. Yeah, just hug it.
And it's a pretty steep drop-off ledge that was definitely going to cause some clearance and dragging and bumper banging and all that kind of stuff. So we decided to take it out wide and squeeze in between the ledge and the tree.
You think my wide ass is going to fit through here?
Yeah, how fast here?
So if you're not familiar with the channel, this is my Jeep right here, and I literally just finished this build. I didn't get a chance to shake it down. In fact, I bought more parts for it on the way down to SMORR and worked on it in the parking lot right before hitting the trail. So I'm really just trying to get a feel for the Jeep and shake the bugs out. In this case, my Jeep's a bit wider than the other Jeeps in my group, so I just had to jockey back and forth for position in order to fit in between this tree and the ledge.
Now we're gonna have to stay on it or you can't pass the tree. A little more.
It ain't giving me more.
Yeah, try that. Yeah, stay all the way over.
Tight as you can.
We're gonna drop over here.
Watch your windshield.
Keep coming.
Watch your windshield when you drop it.
Now it's dropping.
Nice.
You're better than a lot of people were.
Nice.
Mine was way closer.
Very nice. Oh, shit.
That's it, Dan.
That is
We found a way through there for you.
This is my first run in this thing.
Dude,
Fucking awesome. That was
This
good.
thing came straight from 6 months in the garage to here.
That was awesome.
you guys want us to spot you down it? We'll get you.
He's thinking about it.
He is.
Who's in the gray Jeep, the 2-door? Ask any of these guys, they'll get you down.
He's from Iowa, I'm from Minnesota, I'm from Wisconsin, and the other guy's from Minnesota.
You got it, Corey? You gonna do it?
What do the kids want to do?
You can do it? Come on, now turn hard drive. ease in. You're going to drop on that side. Stay as much this way as you can. Real easy. All the way driving. Stay as much driver as you can get. Keep coming. Stay driving. Stay driving.
Going.
Whoop.
Stop.
Now passenger and back up. Whoop, whoop. Now back driver.
Driver.
He's not.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna go because of these.
I thought that would have went. Your passenger tire just wasn't wanting to bite to go up that tree. But you gave it a try.
Yeah, I tried.
So you get a gold star.
So this particular obstacle is actually right on the main road, which is called a ranch road. The left side, it's a bit rocky and, you know, pretty much anybody can get up it, but it is intimidating for some. But really anything can get up it. But the middle line is quite a bit more
Two
difficult.
choices. You can hit it harder, or you can back up and get further to the right, because then at least one tire will be on. There you go. Back driver, a little bit.
So I decided to go up the middle one first, and the left side of it looks a little bit easier. I chose to kind of go up the right side, or even the middle to right side.
Can't see what's in front of me.
Rocks. Yeah, back up a little bit. More driver.
Yeah, now I'm back on this ledge though.
Yeah. Try getting up this way a little bit and then turning back. Keep coming. Oh. Bumping a little.
You know, it stopped me in my tracks a few times, but I was able to work my way up and get through it, so that was kind of nice. Next up was Preston, and he decided to do this middle section as well, and he has an LJ with that, a little bit of extra wheelbase, and I think that really helped him out here, in addition to the left side of this obstacle not being quite as bad, and he just kind of made me look like a fool. He just walked right on up it. So then my good friend Brock decided to give it a shot as well, and he was struggling a little bit. You know, my Jeep is stretched probably 5 inches more than his, and he was just hitting 2 ledges at a time, and he just couldn't quite make it. And we tried moving him around a little bit.
You're digging back here. Back up about 6 inches. His bumper's into the dirt.
Turn passenger and back up a space. Now come back to driver. Get up over. And here's the wheelbase problem that Dan had.
Hey, Brock. Back up a little bit. Let's get his tire right here. Right there. Driver! Oh man, that's Roll City if he's not careful.
You need to back out. Whoa. Passenger and back. More passenger. There you go.
Coming down. He's got both lockers. I don't even have a front locker.
Right side like Dan did.
It ain't that bad, dude. And you don't dig in so much.
It got pretty light though.
It got really light, like this much air light. Dude, you did a wheelie down there.
Back out a little bit. There. Now straighten her out. So here's what, I don't think you have the traction to get up it, and I don't think you have the wheelbase to bump it. Well, see, as soon as that comes up, that's going to fucking nosedive right into these rocks. It's going to get real wonky. It's going to get real bad. I don't feel good about it.
Well, if you don't feel good about it, then send him down. You want to try over here? I kind of almost want to try this one too. There's no shame in saving your rig.
Yep.
When you feel that something ain't right.
I'm not sure exactly which trail this is right here. We were trying to head down Black Mamba.
Yeah, this is a frame twister right here.
And I think we made a wrong turn somewhere and ended up on a trail called Puppy Liquor. So if I'm wrong about that, go ahead and correct me in the comments or let me know what trail this is if you're familiar with the part.
Yeah, so I mean up here, you have to kind of ride the ledge. Like down there, yeah. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! You weren't close to going over, but you were in danger of hitting your windshield on the tree. That's why you had to turn in and climb up those roots to get back up.
So after a couple hours on the trail, it was time to head back to camp, make some lunch, check on our friends to see if they had made any repairs to their Jeeps, and maybe even give our own Jeeps a look over to see how everything's holding up.
And that is nasty.
On the way back, I couldn't help but notice how nice this park actually is. It seems there's a great variety in difficulty level and terrain, creek beds, rocks, mud if you want it, hills and ledges, and it seems like they have it all here. On top of that, everything is very well kept, and the campground and the office and everything up there is very nice. You can really tell the owner takes a lot of pride in running this park.
Alright, so we're heading to Bronco Buster. Pretty sure there's a reason they got named that. Good thing we're not in Broncos, right?
So we started making our way down Bronco Buster, and we didn't get very far before we saw this series of downhill ledges. A couple of the guys just didn't feel comfortable with it, so we turned around and we headed back out through some other little trails, and then we worked our way down to Flex and stuff, which is where there is a little 4-rated trail off of it called Horseshoe Toss.
I'm trying to get my fucking seatbelt back. I don't know if it'll climb this.
When you're on a hill, it won't let you bust.
Oh, right.
I wanted to give this one a try. This one basically just looked like it had this one little ledge and this really steep climb, and I don't know what was up and above and beyond that, but I wanted to give it a try. So that's what we did. So for those of you that don't know, this is a brand new build and everything feels different. I might as well be in a whole brand new Jeep, but it's all untested. So I was starting this trip with the mindset that I'm gonna kind of take it easy, and maybe I'll send it here and send it there, but mostly just try to crawl things. And traction down there is not the same as like traction in Colorado and Moab and other places with rocks.
Do that again like you mean it. Back out and hit it a little more momentum.
Yeah, get right start. Or get way over to the left.
Everybody's got it. I think he's got it. He's got
Or just hammer it.
The rocks, even when it's dry, they're just kind of snotty. They don't grip very good, so you really kind of got to send it a little more. And I learned that throughout this trip, but you'll see a few places where I'm kind of just babying it, trying to crawl my way up things, and it does not work out very well. But that doesn't mean it wasn't a good time. After failing to get up the wall and horseshoe toss, we finished out Flex and stuff and did a couple other little trails, and then we worked our way down to Guardrail. So when we arrived at the hill on Guardrail, there was this Jeep that was getting ready to work their way down. They were kind of up in the air if they even wanted to try it or not, but they went ahead and did it, and other than a little bit of slipping around, they did just fine.
Oh man, keep going to the right. You're not far enough over. Keep turning right. See that big log that sticks out there? That's kind of like an immovable object.
Up near the top, there's a spot where it gets kind of narrow, and you can kind of slip and slide your way into trouble up there a little bit. I think that's probably why they named it Guardrail. So it looks like body damage is possible.
So you can get up that?
Usually most people say, oh, I'd rather go up this than down. Yeah. This one's one of the ones that almost looks easier down.
We only got one front tire spinning.
I don't have a locker.
Tire up on the passenger side and help the side lugs dig.
Back up and bump it right there, but you have to... That was it with a little more bump, man. Bump it from there. Give her a little. Nope.
Since there was another fun little hill right beside this that was a little bit less difficult, I decided instead of trying to winch my way up here to just take the other route up, and a couple of the other guys wanted to try their hand at the obstacle. Even though my Jeep was the biggest Jeep in the group, I don't have a front locker, and these two Jeeps do, so we were kind of trying to see if anybody could make it up there.
I think the tires have too much mud and water on them. All they're doing is just spinning.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I know in Dan's we were just spinning mud everywhere, so.
Alright, so only me and Preston came down this little trail called Michael Stark. And this thing doesn't look too menacing, but it slides you down in here pretty bad. So I'm gonna try to see what he wants to do here. Nice and slow. You're good.
So after a long day of wheeling, the only additional casualty was my phone. I busted it up good, and it was 5 days till I got it replaced. So we hit the trail back to camp to have some wonderful foil pack meals that my girlfriend made for everybody, and sit around the fire and have some drinks and tell some stories from the day. It was just a great time, and sometimes in life you don't get enough of these moments, and you have to cherish them when you do get them.
Previous one, I think probably third shot I'd have enough. I think the M&P Shield 9 I had.
That thing shoots fucking really
amazing.
good.
So that's the end of day one. We still got 2 more days of wheeling coming up. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss those videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.